Page 19, Sliding Pond. On page 18, they're finally introducing you to scales. I've been waiting for this. You need scales. I'm a big believer in scales. Now that I know about them and I understand them and I've experienced the difference of knowing them and not knowing them, because when I was growing up and learning piano, I didn't want anything to do with scales. I got time for scales, yeah. But when I finally got into college and you're forced to learn all that stuff, and I began to understand the importance of it, and my technique improved so much because I was doing the scales, I thought, okay, now I understand. So now I'm a big believer in scales. And they say, why do I need to learn scales? So I said, well, we go into a big spew, but there's nothing I can say to convince you. So all I can say is, please just do it for now, and eventually, hopefully, you'll figure it out. That's a terrible answer, but it's just one of those things that no matter what I say, unless you accept it entirely and believe it, it ain't gonna work. There are still many people who won't do scales. Now let's talk about what a scale is. A scale, simply put, is a pattern of whole steps and half steps, and it goes from letter to letter. The C scale goes from C to C. G scale goes from G to G. You know, it's letter to letter, whatever. There are like 15 different scales, major and minor each. I do videos on all of them and instructional videos, and this is where I need to start telling you, do the scale and whatever piece you're working on. So for Sliding Pond, or for now, you're going to need to do the C scale and the G scale both. They're introducing you to scales using the C scale because it uses the white notes. But Sliding Pond's in the key of G major. It's got a sharp, so you need to do the scale for G major. I have videos on all the scales, and they're in playlists. And I have a link to the playlist for scales down below, and you can just bookmark that and keep it handy, because you'll need to go through it to find the scale you need based on the pieces you're working on, like from now on. You do just the beginner part, just learn the scale, 1 octave up and down is all it takes. They're using tetrachords. Now, when I first learned piano a long time ago, a million years ago, my teacher used the John Thompson books, and I like the John Thompson books very much. The music in them is really nice. The arrangements are wonderful. But John Thompson uses tetrachords, and it completely messed me up on scales, completely. It's one of the reasons I didn't get it. Well, they're using tetrachords, and I'll explain them, but that's not what I'm suggesting. Don't use these to learn scales. They're doing tetrachords because from C to C, for instance, we use C major a lot because it uses the white keys and it's easy to see the patterns. So we just use C major. If I do that, you will notice there's 8 notes involved. From C to C, there's a total of 8 notes. There's 4 here and 4 here. Well, that's 2 tetrachords. A tetrachord's 4 notes. See here? Well, there's a little more to it than 4 notes, but you can read about it here. And so if you just take thumbs out of the picture, you've got it. It just really comes in handy for the scales, because you got 4 notes in one hand and 4 notes in the other. That's not how we finger scales. I would prefer you finger it the way I teach it in the video. And it's more difficult than this because you're crossing over the thumb, or you're passing the thumb under. And that's a little more difficult. I explain it in the video. You can go watch the introductory video to it, and then the C major and G major scale, 1 octave. Do everything I say in them. The accents, the wrist, working the wrist. I try and teach a little technique in those, and it's important. The trill exercise will do you the most good. So they're doing that, and I'm doing the other scale where I'm doing both hands together. And that's how I want you to learn it. Not that fast, of course, but that's what I would prefer you do. The pattern. You can always use C major as your guide. It's a pattern of whole steps and half steps. So here, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. That's the pattern for a major scale. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step. Whole, half, whole, half. Whole, half, whole, half. Whole, half, whole, half. If I use that pattern and I start on any note on the piano, white or black, I am guaranteed to get a major scale. I might not know what the scale is, but it will be a major scale. For instance, if I start here, and I follow that pattern, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step, or half step. So whole, half, whole, half. Whole, half, whole, half. That's a major scale. You kind of hear it. It sounds sort of the same. It's just sort of, you may not understand that it's an A flat major scale. It doesn't matter. The point is, it's the pattern, the whole steps and half steps. Minor scales have a different pattern. We'll do those later. Get this down first. Now let's talk about this pond and what it's up to. It's 2 lines long, treble and bass clef, 1 sharp in the key signature. So we're in the key of G major, and we do have F sharps in here. There's F's in this, and they will automatically be F sharps. 4/4 time signature. I'm going to kind of take both hands together here because it kind of works out better because you're using tetrachords. They're doing the G scale. They got 4th finger here, and the F sharp now is part of the position, hand position, because it's in the key signature here. And then the second line is, or the right hand is here. So that's here. Remember the F sharp. The thumbs are sharing middle C. It's sort of like a middle C position, but we got F sharps involved. And that's all we're doing here. 1, 2. Here. Get the idea? Let's go to the second line, last 2 measures. You're here, and then here, and then 2 notes now. So I'm here, and again, just lower the hand. I can transfer weight from one finger to those fingers. It's like walking. It's just whichever. So and they say ascending means going up, and descending means going down. Just big fancy words. So I'll go through and get the notes okay, and then I'll make sure the rhythm's okay. And as far as the articulation go, they don't really give you any. Go ahead and connect each line, and lift up between the lines. Here. Lift up. Yeah, we'll treat them like 2 phrases. They don't give any dynamics. That's not the purpose of this. That's just you decide on the dynamics somewhere in the middle. And it's going to really be both hands, except when the last 2 measures, it's really the right hand that gets it. So make this left hand softer than the right hand, however loud you're playing. Speed-wise, it's up to you. Whenever, wherever, I don't care. You decide on how fast you want to go, but it has to be accurate. It's got to be even with no hesitations. Now at the bottom of the page, they talk a little bit about transposition. I don't really teach transposition too much in the videos, but I'll explain it to you in case you're curious. Transposition is where you take a piece of music and you change into another key. For instance, pond is in G major. We're here. G major. Well, if I want to take this piece and I want to play it in C major, I transpose it to C major. So really all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to C position somewhere where the bottom note, I'm starting on a G in G major, I'm going to start on a C. I'm going to go down here. I could go here, it doesn't matter. Any C, I'm going to use just the white keys because C major doesn't have any F sharps in it. It's here. I'm playing the same fingers. I don't like transposing that way. I prefer you learn to do it the proper way of doing it, and that is you have a distance between these notes, and you're maintaining that distance throughout, and it gets a little involved. You can do whatever you want with transposition, but I'm not really teaching it. Let's play this together very slowly and check the notes and rhythms and all. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 4.